Alright, let's go for a perfect run here on Arena Assault with only advanced. I'm providing my commentary after I made this video because it's hard to talk and think at the same time, and I don't like the way my phone's mic is. Regardless, back to the gameplay.
Yes.
Nino will be able to take on Robin.
Yes.
Right, taking 0 damage. And then the following turn, Kato will be able to take on Ike. And then I'll be able to move Nino forward to dance
Do my best. Okay.
her and take on Azura.
Done.
And finally, Hector will be able to go down to Marth or Lucina.
If only. Yes. Sure.
I actually highly recommend
Yes.
using the Marth that you may have gotten in the Tempest Trials. She's basically a neutral statted Lucina, which is pretty useful to have around. That's besides the point. Onto the next team here, we have 2 flyers. This is a team it's a focus teams that have primarily red units. But that's not as much of an issue because we can actually pick our units. So looking at this team, we're gonna want somebody to take down the 2 flyers, so Takumi will be a perfect choice for this. He should be able to one-shot the Korin, as well as be able to take down the Hinoka as well. I also want to be able to take on the Ike, as well as the other blue units, so Korin is a perfect unit with high defense that can take on those 3. And then I want to bring in Robin, not only for backup support, but also reposition ability, and then finally Camilla to take on the blue units, as well as having the additional mobility as a flyer. So Takumi can take this first hit from Korin, so that's what I want first.
Yes?
Where to? Okay. Of course.
I would prefer
Here
to
I
have
go.
Camilla
Yes.
on the other side, but it's not too big of a deal. Right, so here I don't know how Azura is going to dance the other 2 units, so I want to at least be able to take one down immediately. So Takumi can take down Hinoka, and then I can reposition Takumi out of the way with Robin. Robin should be able to potentially take on Ike. I don't know if she will be able to double him,
On it.
but I know that Robin will be able to survive at least 1 hit. It's a little bit risky,
Alright.
but I believe this was the best possible play. Right, so Ike goes down to Robin, and now Robin can effectively take down
What's up?
Azura. Right, so this team has a similar concept where it's trying to take on teams that have primarily green or red units by using Delphia and Gaius as the answers while using Erica and Olivia as support. Now Delphia and Gaius both have relatively low defenses, so this would be a perfect opportunity to have Kagura on the team. All 4 of them are infantry units, so she'll be able to get that effective attack against all of them. Another good unit would be Robin, however, because they have higher reses, Kagura is more preferable, but having Robin in the back to be able to take on the 3 units other than Delphia is another good answer. The other 2 units should be supports. One should be blue to be able to take on the other red units, and another one to be able to answer Delphia in case Kagura is out of range. So I choose Tsubaki for this. High defense to take on Erica and Olivia, and the other one I choose is Felicia. High res, and because she's a dagger user, she'll be able to do a fair amount of damage to Delphia as well.
Let's go.
Lead on. Absolutely.
Ready. Say the word.
So it turns out that my Robin isn't able to one-shot this Olivia. Kagura isn't able to one-shot Olivia. However, my Robin has reposition, so I attack with Kagura, reposition, and Robin should be able to easily eat up any attack that Olivia tries to go for.
Yes?
Whoa.
So this is great.
Let's
Delphia will easily go down to Kagura.
Let's go.
Tsubaki can take down Olivia, and now Robin is within range of Gaius. Gaius can't do any damage. Great. And this game is basically one you can use Robin or Tsubaki. I choose to use Tsubaki because she'll take 0 damage. Probably could have done this a little bit faster.
Ready.
Regardless, we get the victory.
Yes?
So we're going up against a balanced team with a Dancer, and the first thing I know is that Cordelia is going to attack that top left spot, and Robin's going to attack that top right spot. So we're going to want something to be able to take on those two, or try and force that first attack. And for Robin, that would be, for me, Merrick. Cordelia is a tougher unit to find an answer for because she just does so much damage. My initial thoughts were to maybe use Naui, but Naui's going to get quadded, or doubled technically. So that's not really an effective answer. Especially because she's going to be landing on that defensive spot there, so kind of tough. So instead I'm going to look for an answer for Hector, and my initial choice is Xander. I also want to have some sort of movement ability as well, so I'm going to bring in Alm as a second answer for Hector, and for the reposition ability. And now for Cordelia, my initial thoughts were to use Setsuna, but I don't want to be out of Archer just in case of going against a flying team, so I just decided to bring in Reinhardt. So I'm going to want to have Merrick forward to take on Robin, and then I want Reinhardt to be in a position where he'll be able to attack Cordelia, and Alm to be in a position where he can reposition Reinhardt out of another attack. Fortunately for me, Cordelia moved in a very weird spot, so Reinhardt had no problem taking her out. Merrick will eventually finish off Robin. Right, and that just leaves Olivia and Hector. Olivia easily goes down to Reinhardt.
Leave it to me.
And we can use Alm and Xander to take on Hector.
Okay. All right.
Just want to check first what his ability was. Provise, it's
Let's
not
go.
Bonfire. If it were Bonfire, I would have played that a little bit differently. But he also didn't have Vantage, so it didn't really matter in the end. So we're going up against a Horse team with Robin as a defensive bonus. However, Cecilia is also there for a defensive bonus, so I'm not too sure why Robin's there. So we want to be able to take on the Horses pretty well, especially Reinhardt being a big problem. Green Mage Robin was essentially made to take on Reinhardt and Olwen with that like Ron Wolf, the blue Tonebreaker, and relatively okay defensive stats. So that's going to be an answer for potentially Cecilia, definitely an answer for Reinhardt, and potentially an answer for Robin. But we're going to want a better answer for Cecilia, who has Triangle of Death by the way, and Xander as well. So Tiki would be a great answer for this. She has such high defensive stats, and being a red unit, she'll basically be taking very little damage from either of those units. And then finally, the last two should be some sort of support. Actually choose Leo and Elise. Leo to take on Cecilia, and Elise to provide some sort of healing support and the buffs to Leo, which I believe that he will need. I apologize for the small skip there. I actually got a message, and I didn't want that to show up. But regardless, as you can see, we're still in the same spot. And so Leo is going to attack by Cecilia, and surprisingly he takes 0 damage. And just based on how these units moved, I want to keep Robin within range to get attacked by Reinhardt, but also be out of range of Xander. It's a little bit tougher. Robin's completely irrelevant, as long as I'm away from that block that I just destroyed. I would have preferred to have Robin, or my Robin, in a defensive spot, but also be able to give her rally res from Tiki. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do both, so I'm just satisfied with giving her the defensive block. As you can see, she survives and revenge kills that Reinhardt. But unfortunately, Robin survives with 1 health. It's a bit of a tough luck. I'm not exactly too sure how I want to approach that. So what I figure is that Robin can attack Robin, and then I'll be able to attack that Robin with Tiki, and then block off Xander from Robin using Leo, who has high enough defensive stats and is now fast enough not to get doubled by Xander because Elise is there. And then Xander is easily destroyed by Tiki. So this is a team that's meant to take on opposing teams that are primarily green and red. I'm surprised this person gave Delphia life and death, because now she only has 9 defense, even if she has 57 attack. And then the other 3 red units are kind of irrelevant as long as I have blue unit, and I think that Hinoka is a perfect unit to have for this situation, as well as my own Delphia. You'll see how my Delphia can take on her own, because she has higher res than she does, while still not being within range of getting doubled. But even with bringing my own Delphia in, I do want to have another answer to taking Delphia's attacks, preferably a green unit with relatively high resistance, and my choice here would be Faye. And then lastly, I want to have another blue unit that isn't Cordelia, something with high defense. Now we could be a good choice here, but I do want to save her for the last round, because she has quick riposte and she just has so much damage, as long as she doesn't get doubled. So instead I decided to actually bring in Erica, and normally you shouldn't bring in a red unit on this kind of team, because they won't be doing too much, but Erica just provides so much supportability, and I think you'll be able to see that come into play in this game.
Yep. Yes.
I really don't like how the AI moves in this round,
Yeah?
but
Yes.
I want Delphia to get attacked by the opposing Delphia, and I'll be able to rally her res as well, so she survives this, and also doesn't get doubled. Right, so the opposing Delphia should be able to go down easily, and also everyone else is out of range.
Ready. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so this is great. Delphia should be able to take down Alm, and Lady Hinoka should be able to take down
Yes.
Ice, while still being out of range of Erica.
Let's go.
And so this game is basically won.
All right.
I could have attacked with Hinoka first. Didn't really matter. Regardless, we're going on our last round here, and just based on this team, it looks like we're going against balance. Just want to breeze through these. Interestingly enough, this Minerva doesn't have life and death, which is an interesting choice. Regardless, I'm glad that I saved Setsuna for this last round here. Also, Elise will be fine being on the team. And right here, I was deciding whether or not I want to keep Olwyn and Cecilia on the same team, because Cecilia will provide offensive support for my Olwyn, but I also wanted to use a team of only 5 stars here, so I decided to switch those 2 out with Naui for defensive support, as well as a strong counterattack, and also Cordelia.
Where now? Yes. Okay.
I wasn't expecting the enemy units to get so close, and I also wasn't expecting
Yay.
Minerva to survive this attack from Setsuna. And I also don't want Setsuna to get attacked by Erica,
Sure.
so I thought maybe attacking
Okay.
Cordelia afterwards would work, but it doesn't. So maybe I can attack with
Ooh,
Elise.
hot.
And then I was just overthinking things, so I realized I can just damage Minerva with Elise, finish her off with
Where
Setsuna,
now?
take down Erica with Cordelia,
Understood.
and then Lynn doesn't really matter. As long as we're out of range of Serena,
My
everything else is
turn?
fine.
Yes. Yay. Yeah. Sure. Yay!
I didn't attack here because I was afraid of the following turn.
Understood.
I could have attacked there and it would have been fine. I was just playing it on the safe side.
Okay.
And then we win. And there you have it, folks. That is a perfect run of Advanced Arena Assault without any deaths. As you can see, I didn't beat my top score because I already did this before. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.